All right. All right. All right. Hope wherever you are, you're having a good day. This is another Tote Bag Labs Valentine stream. And I decided to start hearing a little bit of what we can do on Ascend. I was working on a demo on something different the other day, and I found myself wanting to it was a drum machine, sampled drums, and the everything was routed to a bus, but I wanted to kind of give it that sound of having been mic'd in a room. So I sent the group audio to a send and used a convolution reverb. And I wanted to give it that smashy sound, so I decided to try Valentine on it. And this isn't the track, but this is the type of thing that I'm going for. So this is obviously with no send. I'll turn that up to make sure you can hear it. Let's just hear the drum loop. Let's hear it without Valentine. Just like, you know. I found an issue with the algorithm where that makes it actually not great for this purpose is that I don't love how this is working. But once it stops getting signal, just the way that the crush algorithm works, as you can see, there's a bit too much noise just hanging around. It eventually, oh, there it goes. Yeah, so last stream I worked on getting this together to show information about the plugin, get the little cute watermark here. Cool. And since then I've set to bringing the rest of the UI in line with this mockup. So let's see, get the zoom level of the mockup. This is very extremely scientific. I'm gonna tweak the zoom level of this mockup. Oh, whoa, that is to correspond with the dimensions at which Valentine opens up on this screen, which is something that I kind of wish I'd already done, but you know, sometimes this is annoying. I'm gonna stop trying to do that. Whatever. Anyway, so there are a few things that still need to happen. One, you can see I've made the borders way too thin. I think I hard set them to always be 1 pixel, at least this border. This one seems to scale. That needs to change. But what I'm concentrating on actually is this note here. Fix alignment, make smaller in general, number 3. Knob and text, add space above crush and below 1. And there's this example here where you can see that the UI as it is compared. Oh no, this is the UI as it was a few versions ago. Wait, is it? No, this is the UI as it is, and this is how it should be. So you can see everything just needs to be a little smaller, and I've started doing that. I don't really remember where I was with that, so okay, wow. So, you know, probably, what did I do? So it's a bit messy because I did it one way, which was a not great way to do it, and then I decided to do it a different way. So I made the top row. Now I'm gonna stop this music. Am I? This is reminding me of something that somebody told me at work, which was, you know, whenever I step away from um, some piece of work that I'm doing, I think about future me, and I think about how I want to leave things in a state where I can just walk in and know exactly what's going on. And I'm thinking about that right now because it feels really not great to do this after the fact. But, you know, here we go. So what was I doing? Top row border. Top row border is refers to the bounds that'll get used to draw this. And it looks like instead of simply having the height of the local bounds, what are we doing? We're making this top row area that is just simply half of it. And then we are finding the height we actually want it to be by scaling it. Then we're finding the information we need to center it. So, okay, so I wrote this in order to make this whole area smaller and be able to keep it centered in a way that makes sense. What else did we do? I reduced the space between these two. That's what this local bounds removed from top margin. This change here is. What else? And what did I do in the bottom? And this is where things get confusing because in the bottom, I started doing things the way I should have done them in the top because I guess I'll show what I did here, and you'll see, maybe you'll see why. So we do something similar here, get me the rough bounds of this boundary that we're going to draw, and then scale it to the height we actually want it to be. And now we have the information. We'll find the new y coordinate of that component of that area and use that to figure out the new bounds that are centered with respect to the space that was given to it. And what else? And you can see now there's another step because the first bit was this right here. And then the second bit is actually determining, because the way that this is composed is, this is called this whole area here, right? This is the center panel, and it consists of a rectangle that is going to be used to draw these boundaries, these borders, and then there are two child components that consist of these two panels here. So the top row panel, bottom row panel. So you can see here that I've made this rect smaller, and then I've also made the enclosing panel smaller in order to fulfill the note. Let's see. Fix alignment, make smaller in general, add space above and below, basically above the label and below the value text, which is basically make this whole component smaller. But then there's another note actually. Text and knob smaller, more space. Above and below text. Oh, okay. Okay, that's something to consider. That's a different story. But basically what I did that was not amazing was this bit of work here where we actually changed the way that the panel draws. The way I've already done that for the top row, but I did it in the top row drawing code. So I think, so what's the best way to get out of this predicament in a way that is not, yeah, see. And what is the best way to here, I'm going to, in a very naive way, revert. So I don't know in what commit this was actually done. I'm just diffing against the main branch. Let's see if there's any other. No, these are all the changes that happened here. So it was very simple. So just do that, and then this. Should then get us to a place where at least it will be easier to squash changes in a way that makes sense. So that's good. Oh yeah, I've got to close this. We're gonna have to open you back up again, probably. Let's see. Cool. I mean, I guess the real proof will be the diff. Squash with the changes, it is reverting. Now, we have the changes in the center panel. Oh, and then we have a, yeah, actually, you know what? I will at least go as far to make the diff. Yes. Okay, so great. So now that at least the Git history might not be in an awesome state, but at least the drawing code itself. Okay. So okay, here we are. Right, so these bits, this bit is analogous with this bit. So after we have the area of the top row border, we are going to do some extra stuff in order to make the actual component, as you can see, make this smaller. So I'm not sure. Hmm. Oh yeah, this is const, right? Yes. So, well, let me think about. I guess I'm going to move this into a cleanup. Just moving these two, just to group the changes together. Will I keep it? I don't know. Or group the, oops, the declarations or the. Let's see. Top rows. Okay, so I kind of want to do it this way because it's like now we know the top row border, and these things are actually they shouldn't. Well, whatever. This is something that is not going to um, correspond to that anymore once I figure out some other notes. So now we need to figure out. You know what? Let's just do a little bit of does this mean that this could maybe be extracted to function? Maybe. Top row border height. Top row. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Let's see. So let's also top row border height. I don't, whenever I try to rename it, it does something like that. I'm like, I don't want to mess with that. Top row border height. Just to make it more clear. Yeah. So the top panel height is going to be top row border height times some scalar. Top panel Y equals top row border dot get center Y, top panel Y the top panel height. Right, so this will get us our centered but scaled. Oh, finish with the errors. What did I do? Redefinition of top panel Y. That's why. Top row border Y. So that built. See how it goes. I'm gonna go open a window. All right. Let's see. Yeah, why not? So, yeah, okay, good. All these components, they look more or less centered. Now, let's take a look at the mock and see if these match up. Let's see, so there should be more space for sure between in both cases, but we'll concentrate on the top row. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh, I did the thing. You know, I should probably just. Did we include do live constant? Not yet. All right. So let's go back to here and I suck at this. Oop, I meant to add this to my story saying I'm streaming, but I just sent a picture of my screen like a dope. Let's see, let's try this one more time. We're doing a lot of things today. Let's get that lab going. Okay, so I seem to have done something wrong. I think top panel height. Oh, yeah, yeah. I definitely did something wrong because There we go. All right. Now let's see. That is. Oh, I get. Actually, I'm not quite sure why this is not. Oh, probably because it's like clipping. So what if I did 0.6? Right, will this result? Wait, did I actually rebuild this? Hold on. I don't think I rebuilt it. No, I did not. Okay, let's try this one more time. This will also be annoying because I'm pretty sure that the utility of this, I mean, it'll be nice to be able to change values without having to start and stop live again, but actually forget what I was saying. So hmm. Oh my goodness. I just didn't I need to make my changes in a way that they will actually. Uh-oh. Okay, well now I realized using the choose left constant stuff was maybe. What am I missing here? Oh, I know what I'm missing. Wait, do I? Huh. Oh, wait, no, no, no. That's definitely going to be ineffectual. What have I done? Ah, okay. Okay. I suppose this is what you get for copy pasting. This is what I get. Let's see. Okay, that is generally correct. And now that we're actually comparing to the changes that we've actually made, let's see how things are going. Yeah, actually, it could go a little bigger. And I actually don't think I need the juice life constant stuff. I feel like the bottom buttons go. No, hmm. Much to consider here. This is the smallest it'll get. No, I guess it could go. Hmm. No, I feel like no, it could go a tiny bit smaller. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. We can clean this up while we're. That I think is a little too far. Yeah, I can just. Well, let's just go with split the difference. Call it. Oops. Because there are more pressing things right now. Let's not do that. Oops. Oh, gosh darn it. No, no. Top row stuff. Okay. Store. Cool. Oh, and before we go any further, no, wrong settings. Let's actually make sure that we haven't missed any. Oh, we have. Formatting. Get comment. And let's do some rebasing. Before we move on to the next topics. So that squash with the changes, it is reverting. I'm pretty sure that would have been that. Oop. Once again, gonna just be repetitive. Wash, reword. Let's see. What? What is it? What is the issue here? I see. Do I see? Group some things for readability. What was it that I grouped even? You know what? Let's do this real silly style. So let's start this rebase again. And we're going to do this. Okay. This should cleanly, since they're in the order. Yes. Okay, cool. Just top row order and panel sizing to spec. All right, where's the conflict? Oh, what? Well, seems to be fine with everything. Let's see if everything actually is fine. Is everything fine? All right. Push that. No, I didn't mean to reword that. Let's base abort. Let's actually do that. Cool. And then let's reword this. Adjust bottom row border and panel to spec. Cool. Let's do a token. Cool. So let's take a look at what it looks like. Yeah. I think There's still some tweaking to do, but I want these, I think these are ever so slightly larger than these ones, but I would like that difference to be a little more pronounced, I think. But for now, I think that that is great. But the one thing, I'm not going to bring it up for now, these borders are far too thin, and I want to experiment with simply saying, what if we just made that constant? Let's see what that looks like. Let's see how it looks like when yeah, actually it doesn't look that nice to have it not resized, that is. That does look odd. So let's do something a little bit different. That is definitely not thick enough. Like, not even close. So what should we do? I mean, I guess let's double it and see what we get. Okay. All right, that's not bad actually. Let's take a look at the mock. Yeah, nice. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely see that I made the knobs a little too small, but I'm actually really happy with the border thickness. And at this size, I can also see that, well, we actually haven't even brought that note up. So we've pretty much done this, right? Um, yeah, wait. So more space above. Oh yeah, that is. But then there's. Oh no no no. Um, like above and below text meaning. So we've kind of done this, but it's clear that there needs to be a little more space between the knobs and text. But I want to quick stay in border zone. Oh, so, oh, darn it. Did it again. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Adjust panel border thickness to spec. Cool. The border around the preset menu, preset panel is a little thin as well. And I think, yeah, so I was experimenting with using a constant, but I actually don't think that that's the way to go here. Let's see. this is also implemented in a weird way. Whatever. Okay. Well, what is reduced to take? It does take an int. Okay. So I'm going to put it here. Int border. And my whole, whether I use prefixes or not, all messed up. Equals, actually, not necessary. No, I'm being fussy. And also fussy in like a weird way. So we are going to have to start. Oh, okay. Area dot get height. Yeah. Let's just try that. And let's see. Oh, that is. Oh, okay. Well, part of me kind of likes that. Oh, that's okay. I made it way too small. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's definitely a look. So, let's see. Is half that the right size? Blow it up. Is half that the right size? Is my question. No, like a little less than half. So, sure. Let's do this. Okay. Yep, that's it. Nice. Reset border. Preset panel. Cool. I love doing that. Okay. So now we can turn to tweaking the button sizes a little bit. Buttons. They're not buttons. The slider size. Let's go back to center panel. So what was I doing here? Top panel height. Yeah, no. So let's go back up to 0.75. And I think that that's going to be more of what we're trying to do here. Oh, it just occurred to me that it should probably be the same. It should be the same because you want like this margin to be the same amount. Um, Interesting. Um, so I should probably. I think that this actually should be. Oh, hey. Oh. It's so specific though. No, that. Okay. So actually, what do I want to do? I want to do that. And then what? Okay. You know, let's see if we can factor this, extract this to a function actually, because this is starting to feel a little um, little silly. Um, so I don't know. Because basically, I want to make sure that it's clear that this should be the same, and then I'm thinking, well, maybe also we can just right. So what arguments would we need? Let's see if this is even possible. So Um, Juice rectangle int panel bounds. Yeah, this could even be a lambda. That's probably the best. Actually, yeah, this. Then we'll rewrite this as a lambda. Actually, no, I'm going to just rewrite it as a lambda now because then we can be a little, we don't have to be as clean. So I love a lambda. Auto place panel equal, let's see if we can do it without capturing anything. Why not, right? Juice rectangle int panel bounds juice rectangle int border bounds rectangle. There we go. Right. I guess we need a margin. So, what if we did this? Oh, no. Not if we did that. If we did this. Right? And dot get height. What? I'm not so sure what's going on with that. Are you mad because of this code? First off, what is going on here? Oh, I see. Ah, yes, of course. Get panel bounds. Return. That's nicer. I guess. Why not? So, panel height. Panel Y. So, top row, border, juice, to int, gen. Does this work? Let's see. Yes, that generally works. Nice. Yep. And you know what? We're going to do, oops, get log. We're going to do this as a fix up. Now let's just use the same function. Get panel bounds. Bottom row border. Choose round to int margin. And thereby we guarantee that these things stay aligned. Could maybe also do this for the, actually maybe not. Let's see. Now I feel like the code for getting the borders is just different enough. Via these scalars that it doesn't. The big thing that this gets us is making sure that, maybe that's overkill. Maybe there should have just been a margin. I don't know. But I suppose by wrapping that code in a lambda and literally having it run twice, it really strongly makes the statement the same kind of thing ought to be happening here. And also cool. So that's, let's see how. Margin's too big. Now that we've, yeah, margin's definitely too big. Okay, well, let's continue tweaking. But that looks nice. Yep. Yeah, let's squash as we go just to. in case. Oh, okay. Keep things as normal and cool as possible. Okay. The way I figured out this margin is super arbitrary. And it's one of those things where, in the interest of keeping things moving, I don't want to rethink. You know, a lot of this was every time I rewrite the UI, this is the third time, I get a little bit better at it. Um, and I suppose I'm trying to resist the effort to put everything to right and simply think about it, learn the lesson, and move on. And then the next time I write a bit of UI, uh, do it a little bit better. Or perhaps if something major needs to change, then do the fixing. So how much smaller does this have to be? Not half the size. Let's play a game. Not half the size. Uh, hmm, 3/4? No. No, it needs to be like almost half the size. Right, so what am I doing? I'm just looking at this weird margin idea that I have. No, I will not get into it today. It's just there's like a lot. There's going to be a lot going on. 0.6. That just simply should not be. Like, how did that value originally get chosen? I do not remember. Da, 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 da. Um, okay, that feels okay. That, you know, it could go even a little bit smaller. Let's do that. So 0.55, I suppose. If anything, this is motivation to make a new plugin so I can make a new UI fresh. Okay, yeah. That feels well, does it feel like it's it? No, it's still maybe it did need to be halved. We might also be running into one thing I've noticed is sometimes I run into quantization issues where I guess depending on the size of the component and I'm trying to scale it and there's definitely a range of values that don't seem to be significant since the rectangles involved are all take integer arguments or something like that. I don't know. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, see, it doesn't look like it's making a difference, which is doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. But you know what? It's really close, and I'm feeling like, is it close enough? Maybe. I'm in real release fever. I really would like to get this out and be able to promote it as a stable product, you know, so people actually start trying to use it and try to get feedback. You know, this top panel, actually, the top panel border, a little small now. I think yeah, it is by a tiny bit. Okay. Well, let's concentrate on that. But we've definitely made the margin better. So let's get, oop, yes. Cool. So now that we've done a little bit of refactoring, let's see how easy it is to tweak after a little bit of a context switch. So what do I want to do? I want to make that border area a little bigger. So it's going to be this. And waiting for live to come up. Hi. Okay. Is that, ooh, no, that's, yeah. Okay. Cool. That feels good, actually. So let's, yep. I need to become better at not using my mouse. I'd like to at least. Did I add it? Yes. Okay. Well, I think we are at, oh, darn. No, there's one more thing. One more thing that we should probably do. And that is make the, maybe not the text. I was so excited. I said I was about to be like, let's wrap it up. There should be a little bit more space between text and slider, like just a little bit more. Actually, Yeah, like a little bit more. It's definitely there. So let's see. That is going to be in label slider, which is what these things are. They are a composite component of a label, a slider, and a value label. I'll start live again so you can see that. These are all label sliders. Juice label, juice slider, uh, value, well, the value label that comes with the slider. This was implemented together basically as a convenience and as a attempt to, do as much, uh, I guess auto configuration for lack of a better word. Not auto configuration, just have code be reusable and have it really easy to compose an interface quickly. But they can be really painful to work with just because it's hard to figure out what dimensions they're actually going to draw at because of the fact that there's this component, this composite component. And yeah. But anyway, so how do we do this? Margin. So we're going to increase. What do we do when we resize it? So we get the basic area, we get the height of the label. Okay, so we're going to have to do two different things. Right, we're going to have to this gap is affected by code here. So we can start, you know what, let's not double it. Doubling it does not need to be. Let's think about the difference that it needs to be. Oh, definitely not doubled. Yeah, I'm just gonna increase it to point to dot one. And this is again another reason this abstraction is a little awkward because you end up making like to actually do something like, oh, I want to change the relative placement and size of these three different components. Did it get mad at me? No, it's good. You end up having to go here and then deep into the look and feel code because that's where the space between a slider and the value label is determined. And for me, I mean, I know that, but for hypothetically, if there was another person helping or somebody who wanted to implement something new or use this code, they would have to go around a lot of circles to figure this out. And that is not very nice. Let's see. That's definitely more space. Is it too much space? I think it might be too much space. Let's take a look at these in context. Oh, it's too much space for sure. I'm going to leave this be. I actually think that this is correct. Yeah. I don't want to change this. So we actually it's really just last mile stuff, and I'll probably just finish that off stream since um you know, as sometimes dry I think this part of the process can be, a part of the reason I am performing it on stream is that it helps me focus on this this stuff. So if you have watched any of this, cool, thanks. That's um, I think next time I stream, I'll be back on C major, working on new effects and hopefully announcing a V1 release of Valentine really soon. So thank you for joining me, and yeah, see you next time.